Welcome to this GEMS tutorial for projects funded under the PEACEPLUS Changemakers programme. In this video, I will show you how to complete your reporting tasks on GEMS so that you can receive payment for your milestones. GEMS is our electronic monitoring system. It's used in the Changemakers programme to receive applications, track how projects are progressing, and manage the payment of project costs. You can access GEMS online using Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or Microsoft Edge. In this video, I will guide you through what reporting you need to complete, how to access your partner and project reports, and how to fill in both types of reports. I will start with showing you how to access and register on GEMS. The link to GEMS will be held on the PEACEPLUS support portal. If you visit peaceplussupport.seupb.eu, you will find not only the link to GEMS, but also a range of supporting information to help you with your reporting. Under the Changemaker funding menu at the top, you'll see a list of options available. The calls that are currently open to Changemaker applicants, key documents and guides, as well as video guides, which is where this video is held. You'll also see an option for the GEMS portal. If you select this option, you'll be taken directly to GEMS for Changemakers. Before I take you through how to register, I want to bring your attention to the Help function on the GEMS home screen. The question mark icon on the top right of the screen will give you help options. This button is visible in all areas of GEMS. There's two ways to get support. First, you can choose the Help Desk option. This takes you back to the support portal, where you can find all guidance materials or submit a support ticket. Second, you can choose the Contact Us option. This lets you send us an email and someone from our team will get back to you. I will now show you how to register on GEMS and access your project. Note that users who were involved in submitting the application form will already have a login and access to the project on GEMS. However, if there are new users to be assigned, they will need to complete the following steps. On the GEMS homepage, click on Create a New Account. Fill in your first name, last name, and email address. You need to set a unique password for your account, which needs to be a minimum of 10 characters in length. It should contain at least one uppercase letter, at least one lowercase letter, and one digit. There is also a validation check for you to complete by entering the code you see displayed. Please make sure your email address is entered correctly, as GEMS will issue a verification email before activating the user account. Select the tick box when you have read and understood the terms of service, privacy, and usage policies. When you click on the register button, you should receive an email directly to your inbox, which contains a confirmation link. Open the email and click on the link to activate your user account. If you don't receive an email, please first check your spam or junk folder, and if you've not received it, please raise a support ticket on the support portal. Once your account has been confirmed, you can log into GEMS. When logging in, you enter your email address and your password. You will then see a one-time passcode field. This passcode will be emailed to you. You need to open the email and enter the 6-digit code. Once you're successfully registered on GEMS, you need to notify your lead applicant user and request that they add you to the project. The lead applicant user will be the account that submitted the application on GEMS. If there's been a change in staff or you're unable to contact the lead applicant user, please log a support ticket and we will arrange for you to be linked to your project. If you're a lead applicant user and you've been asked to add a new user to your project, I'll show you how this can be done. When you log into GEMS, you need to navigate to your project under My Applications. Please note that your application must be at approved or contracted status to complete the assignment of users. Select your project in the list. This will open up all sections related to your project. In the left menu, click on the arrow beside Application Form. This will expand the menu. Scroll to the very bottom of the menu and you'll see Project Privileges. Click on this section. There are two types of privileges to assign here. First is the lead applicant. If you wish to add a new user to have access to the full project reporting and application form on GEMS, or to be able to add or submit project level reports, you should add them here. Click on the plus sign enter the email address they use to register their account on GEMS. You have the option to give this user the access they require, either view, edit, or manage access. Users with view access will only be able to view the application form or reporting. If they need to add or edit information, they will require edit access. Users with manage access will be able to edit the user privileges and add new users. If this user also needs access to add and submit milestone partner reports, then you need to add them under the relevant partner with edit access. There's a flag for enabling permission to mark and view sensitive data. Here you will see I've added this user to both the lead applicant level and the partner level with full edit privileges and sensitive data privileges. Please make sure to save your changes. It's the responsibility of the lead partner to manage the correct access for users on their project. Your lead partner has now assigned you access to the project. When you log in, you'll arrive at your dashboard. The dashboard is where users will see their applications, their project and partner reports, and the list of calls that are currently accepting applications. On the top right of the screen, you'll see the help function, which I've already explained in this video. You'll also see a little person icon, which displays a logout button when selected. If you're involved with more than one Changemaker project, you can be assigned to each one with the same user account. You'll see notifications relevant to you and your project on your dashboard. These notifications will relate to the statuses of your partner report. It will be up to you to check these notifications regularly. Beneath notifications, you'll see My Project Reports. This will show the project reports that have been submitted for your project. Note that all sections on your dashboard are expandable and collapsible fields. Next in your dashboard, you can view your list of milestone partner reports. This will show the list of reports previously submitted. You will be able to easily see the status of each report. I'll return here later in the video when we've created some reports. At the bottom of the dashboard, we have the call list. This shows all of the calls that are currently accepting applications to Changemakers. Under My Applications on your dashboard, you can select the project you wish to report against by clicking anywhere along the project line. This will bring you to your project overview. Here you will see the main project details, the programme priority and specific objective it's been funded under, the start and end date, and the project time plan. A menu is located on the left-hand side for reporting, contracting, and the approved application form. If you select the application form from the left sidebar menu, you can view the full approved application form. Under contracting, you can see the main contract details for the project, including the lead partner reporting schedule. At the top, under reporting, you will see the following sections. Firstly, the project overview. This section will show indicator and financial living tables for your project. This shows a summary of your project budget and the expenditure and payments to date. Under corrections, the programme authorities can carry out project audits or controls, report findings and apply corrections. Under project reports, this is where your lead partner will draft and submit project level reports to claim payment of certified expenditure. Partner reports. Here is where you will draft and submit milestone partner reports. This is where you provide evidence of achievement of your milestone so that the expenditure amount can be certified. For Changemaker projects, only the lead partner will submit milestone partner reports during the lifetime of the project. When you've achieved a milestone, you must submit a partner report on GEMS for the milestone expenditure to be certified by PEACEPLUS. The first step in this is to create a partner report. When you've logged in, click on My Applications and navigate to your project. Next In the menu on the left, go to the section that says Partner Reports and click on the lead partner organisation's name. This will open the reporting page for you. You can see here there are no reports currently recorded on this page. To create your first partner report, click Add Partner Report. Once the report is opened, you will see a number of tabs contained within that report. You can click on each tab to navigate through them. I'll now go through what you're required to complete for each tab. If we click back to the Partner Report section and the Lead Partner Organisation, you'll now see your draft report listed here. Here you see the draft status, the report ID number, and the date the report was created. You have the option to delete this report by clicking the bin icon. Only reports that are in draft status can be deleted, and only the most recently created report can be deleted. So, like in this example, there are 2 draft reports. You must delete the most recently created report first before the previous report can be deleted. Once you've created a report and it's sitting as a draft in your list of reports, you can select anywhere along the line to continue working on it. The first tab that always opens is the Report Identification tab. The first section at the top of this tab holds details on the project and partner taken from information that was entered in the application form. The partner's local currency is automatically added to this overview based on the partner address entered in the application form. For partners from Northern Ireland and Great Britain, the local currency will appear as not found. If the partner is based in Ireland, Euro will automatically appear as the currency. Please note, for the Changemakers programme, payments will always be made in Euro. Underneath the overview information, you're required to select the reporting period from the drop-down list. Please note, your first milestone may not always be period 1. The end date of the reporting period you select should match the end date of the milestone period you're reporting on from your letter of offer. The reporting period start date field and the reporting period end date field can both be left blank. However, you must ensure you select the relevant reporting period from the drop-down list. In the summary section, you should describe the progress in this reporting period. There should be brief details of how the milestone has been achieved. Where applicable, problems and deviations from the work plan experienced by the partner during this reporting period should be entered. The Target Groups section shows a list of target groups that were specified by the project in the most recently approved version of the application form. You should describe which target groups were involved during this reporting period, how they were involved, and to what extent. Ensure that you save your work using the Save Changes button at the bottom of the screen as you progress through the report. If we go back out to the Partner Report overview, you'll now see the reporting period has been linked to your report. The next section to be completed in your partner report is the Work Plan Progress tab. This tab takes the data from your application form. Click on the work plan to expand it. You will see the activities and outputs which were entered in the application form. In the first text box for Work Plan Progress, you should describe how you've met the milestone you're reporting on. Under Activities, select the milestone you're reporting on and enter brief details on how the milestone has been met. The last part of this tab is Outputs. You're only required to report on outputs in the last milestone report. For all other milestone reports, nothing is required here. Please make sure to save your changes before proceeding to the next tab. The next tab in the report, Public Procurements, does not need to be completed for Changemaker projects. You can ignore this section and move on to the next tab, which is List of Expenditures. The List of Expenditures tab is where you will add your milestone claim. Click on Add Expenditure to add a milestone. When the line of expenditure appears, click on Unit Costs to select the relevant milestone from the drop-down list. Here I'll select Milestone 1. This is the only field you're required to complete. If you use the scroll bar underneath the line of expenditure to move along all of the other fields, you'll see some are optional and some are automatically populated. The price per unit, for example, is automatically populated to the value of the milestone as per your letter of offer. You must leave the number of units field at 1. Click on Save Changes and the attachment upload option will appear. You can now upload your evidence for achievement of this milestone. For example, for milestone 1, this will include your signed letter of offer and signed partnership agreement. Please note only one document can be uploaded here. So that means you'll either need to put your documents into a zip file or scan them all as one document. To upload the evidence for your milestone, click on the Upload File button, navigate to the document on your PC and click Open. If you've accidentally uploaded the wrong document, click on the X to delete that file. You can then upload a new file. The next tab in the partner report is Contributions. This does not need to be completed for Changemaker projects. In the Report Annexes section, you can see all the files that you've uploaded within the different sections of the partner report. In this example, we can see the milestone evidence that I uploaded in the List of Expenditures section. No further documentation is required here for Changemaker projects. If you wish, you can download a copy of the files using the Download File button here. The Report Export tab gives you the option to export a copy of your partner report. Select Partner Report Export in the first drop-down list. Leave the other two fields as they are and click Export. This produces a PDF version of your partner report. The Financial Overview tab contains summary tables of your budget and the milestones you've claimed to date. No action is required here. Finally, we have the Submit tab. Note that once the partner report is submitted, it can no longer be edited. You must ensure that you've included all the relevant information and evidence for your milestone in the report before you submit it. Once the report is submitted, the Public Controller will begin the verification work on your milestone. Before you can submit your report, you must run the pre-submission check. GEMS does a quick check to make sure you've completed the mandatory fields in the report. Click the Run Pre-Submission Check button. If any errors are found, these will be highlighted with a red exclamation point. Now you can submit your partner report. When you click on the Submit Partner Report button, click Confirm, and a declaration field will appear. This declaration asks you to confirm that you have not included any sensitive or personal data that's not necessary for the verification of your milestone. Complete the details in this declaration and click Confirm. Now that you've submitted your report, you will see that the status has changed to Submitted. If you click back out to the reporting overview for your partner reports, you'll also see here that the status has changed. Now you just need to wait for your Public Controller to certify the expenditure in your report. When Public begin to do the control work on your report, you'll get notifications on your dashboard like this. This first notification tells you the control work has started. The second notification tells you that the partner report has been certified. When you receive this notification, you can now submit your project report. It is possible to set GEMS up to send you email notifications. GEMS has a setting that allows notifications to go directly to your email inbox. If you click on the person icon on the top right-hand side and click on your user account, there's an option here to tick the box to send notifications automatically to your email. Please click the Save Changes button. When you receive the notification that your report has been certified, if you select My Partner Reports on the dashboard, you can see the status change here. It now states certified. You can also go back into your project and click to the Partner Reports area and see the status change here as well. Now that your milestone has been certified in your partner report, you must now submit a project report. This is also known as a joint activity report. A joint activity report is a project level report that gives a summary of activity carried out in that reporting period on the project, as well as certified expenditure. To be able to submit a project report, you must be a lead applicant user on the project with manage or edit privileges. PEACEPLUS have set a reporting schedule for your project. If you navigate to your application on GEMS and under the contracting menu, click on Project Reporting Schedule. Here you will see the number of reports you must submit for the project, as well as the deadline dates for those reports. When you create project reports, you must link each report to this reporting schedule. So it's important to take note of the ID of the schedule as well as the period number. I'll show you now how to create a report and link it to this reporting schedule. To create a project report, navigate to the Project Report section under the Reporting menu. Click on Add Project Report. The only field here that you need to complete is the link to the reporting schedule. Here I'm going to link this report to Schedule Number 1 and Period 2 and click on the Create button. This creates your report and you'll see a number of tabs along the top. I just want to bring your attention first of all to the report number, PR1. If we click back out to the project report overview, you'll see this ID number stated here as well. If we go back to the project reporting schedule, you'll also see the report number PR1 linked to this reporting deadline. We'll now go back to the project report we just created and I'll talk you through each of the tabs. The project report is the key tool for reporting and monitoring activities for the project. It should contain information on the overall project progress at work package and activity level, and this should include information on achievements, indicator progress, communication, involvement of target groups, project management, as well as problems and deviations. The first tab in a project report is Report Identification. Like with the partner report, it first of all contains a summary of the key details on the project. Next, there's fields for the reporting period start date and end date. You do not need to complete these fields. Please make sure in the Link to Reporting Schedule drop-down that you've selected the correct period and schedule number for this report. In the Highlights of Main Achievements box, the lead partner should summarise here the project progress up to the current reporting period. This can include the main achievements or events held in that period and key communication events. You can also tell us here about the added value of cooperation within the project and any success stories you might have. The information entered here should be an interesting and concise summary of progress. PEACEPLUS may use this summary to report to stakeholders. The next section here under the Report Identification tab are Overview tables. This gives a summary of output and result achievement to date. You're not required to put anything in these tables. These are automatically generated based on information entered elsewhere in the report. Next, there's a section for project problems and deviations. The lead partner should describe and justify any problems or deviations, including delays from the work plan presented in the application form and the solution found, or any risks or delays to the project spending plan. Where risks have been identified or realised by the project, please detail the mitigating actions you put in place as well. The next part here is the partner spending profile. This is a summary table which is automatically generated based on the information from your partner report. It includes information like the total eligible budget, what you have reported to date, and the remaining budget. Lastly, in this tab, we have the target groups. Here you will see the list of target groups that you had included in your application form. You should explain here for each target group to what extent they were involved in the project and how they're benefiting from the outputs and results. Please quantify the value of target groups reached within the progress description field. Ensure you save your changes using the button at the bottom of the screen. The next tab you need to complete is Work Plan Progress. Here you will see the work plans that were included in your application form. Click on the work package line to unfold the work plan information in the report. Lead partners must provide progress towards the objectives that you had in your application form. You also need to include progress against the communications objective and describe your overall progress of the work plan in that reporting period, along with an explanation of how the partners were involved. In your project report, lead partners need to provide status updates and progress explanations towards all of the specific objectives, communication objectives, and activities. This includes an overall summary of achievement against milestones. The example I'm using in this video, I'm going to show a project report against milestone 1. So I'll be providing information in this report on how that milestone was achieved. But I'll also be providing information on progress against the future milestones. We'll begin by providing a status update against the project's specific objective. In this drop-down menu, you can select from 3 options: that the objective is not achieved, the objective is partially achieved, or it is fully achieved. As this report is only for milestone 1, I will say that the objective is partially achieved as the project has begun. I'll provide a summary in the explanation box on how we're progressing towards that specific objective. Likewise with the communications objective, the status is partially achieved, and I'll provide an explanation of how we're progressing towards that. In the progress field, I'll provide a summary of progress in this reporting period and explain how the partners were involved. Next, we provide a summary update against each of the activities or milestones. For milestone 1, I'm able to say that the status is finalised. I'll provide a description on how we achieved that milestone. For activity 2 or milestone 2, status of that is in progress, and I'll provide a description on how much progress has been made to date. For future milestones, as I haven't begun any work on those, I'll change the status to not started. You can also provide a summary update of what plans you have in the upcoming period to begin work on those milestones. In the outputs section, these were the outputs that were included in your application form. In every reporting period, you must provide progress made towards the output indicator. This must be provided in the Progress in this period text box. The Achieved in this reporting period box is a cumulative value field. If a project reports outputs achieved in one period and then again in the next period, the output achievement will be duplicated. We therefore ask that you don't enter any values in this box until the final project report. This approach will prevent double counting of output and result targets, and it ensures that only those that are completed and verified are recorded. Your case officer will advise you when to include the output achievement value in this box. Please, in the meantime, include the value here in the text description field instead. When you're providing a summary of progress in your project report, You must ensure that no personal information of participants is included in the report or in any attachments that you upload. The next tab in your project report is Project Results and Horizontal Principles. The result indicators which were included in your application form will appear in this tab. In every reporting period, lead partners must provide progress made towards their result indicator in the description field. Like with the output indicator, the achieved in this reporting period is a cumulative value field. Achievement values should only be reported in this box in the final report. In every other report, we want you to tell us how many results you have achieved to date in the description box. This approach prevents double counting of outputs and results, and it ensures that only those that are completed and verified are recorded on GEMS. The next section is Horizontal Principles. All funded projects are required to report on their contribution to sustainable development, equal opportunities and equality. Please report on the activities or actions that you included in your application form. In every project report, you should provide a short description of how the project has contributed to these horizontal principles. The next tab, List of Partner Certificates. This is where we include certified expenditure for payment. Here you will see the partner report that I previously submitted has been certified and is ready to be paid. You must ensure this tick box has been selected to include it for payment. This is done automatically by GEMS. There's a section that shows certificates that have been included in previous reports. Note that a partner report can only be included once for payment. Once it is ticked, the certificate is unavailable in other reports. The Project Report Annexes tab shows all documents that have been uploaded within other tabs in the report. In the Financial Overview tab, no user input is required here. This section provides you with an overview of the overall budget, previously reported amounts, and the current report amount. In the Project Report Export tab, you can export a PDF copy of your report. The last tab is the Submit tab. Here is where you can run a pre-submission check for your report and finally submit your project report. You will now see the status of your report has changed to Submitted. If you look at the project report overview, you will also see the status change here. When your public case officer begins verification of the report, the status will change to Verification Ongoing. You'll be able to see this status change in the project report overview, as well as within the project report itself. During verification of the project report, there may be some clarifications required from the lead partner. Where additional information is required in the report, the public case officer can reopen the report for amendments. When this is done, the status of the report will change to Reopened. The lead partner will be required to make these changes and resubmit the report. A report can be reopened and resubmitted several times until PUBL is satisfied with the information contained. Each time a project report is reopened or even approved, you'll receive a notification to your dashboard, and if you switched on notifications to your email, you'll receive it that way also. Once PUBL have approved your project report, the status will change to Verified. This means that it has now been processed for payment. You can now begin to work on your next partner report.